On June 25, 2009, legendary musician Michael Jackson supposedly died from a drug overdose. However, in the years since, many of his fans have claimed that the singer actually faked his death to escape the limelight. So, from a secret duet with Janet Jackson, to the mysterious identity of Dave, join us. And first, talking about Michael Jackson's supposed survival, it makes sense to discuss two of the most controversial and earliest videos allegedly proving the conspiracy. One, republished on the 25th of August 2007, apparently shows Jackson leave the coroner van and walk away with a bodyguard. Take a look. Unfortunately, according to German private broadcasters, RTL, this video is a hoax, with the company claiming it was constructed to show how easy it is to spread rumours online. Some German commentators though have noticed that in the original video, the bodyguard's hand punches up right, whilst in the RTL reconstruction, it punches up left. To them, the reconstruction was faked to discredit evidence of Jackson's survival. Whatever the case, the other video comes from June 25th, 2007, the day of Jackson's death, when his body was flown to the LA County Coroner. This journey was covered live by numerous TV stations. Interestingly, some believe that at one point in the video, it looks as though Jackson's body bag moves, either simply shifting in place, or actually standing up. Take a look. Some fans believe that this shows Jackson was in the body bag, but still alive, or that the bag was empty, instead moving due to strong winds, and that Jackson had already left LA. Is this really possible? Since Jackson's death, fans have analysed numerous interviews with his family members, looking for any slip-ups or mistakes. One of the most particularly interesting interviews came from Jermaine Jackson, Michael's brother. In the video, Jermaine clearly stated that the singer had been taken to the airport on the day of his death, before he quickly corrected himself and said hospital. Interestingly, a number of commenters from various forums and YouTube videos have claimed that the LAX airport was closed for 2 hours after Jackson's death. Others have even asserted that there was a heavy presence of security. Of course though, none of this can be verified, and should therefore be treated with skepticism. Still, it adds further mystery to Jermaine's seeming slip-up. On October 3rd, 2015, Janet Jackson released her 11th studio album, Unbreakable. The album was recorded in early 2013, and dealt with her childhood, personal troubles, and the death of her brother. However, some fans theorised that Jackson actually appeared on one of the tracks. In the song The Great Forever, it sounds as though he and Janet are singing a duet, and though critics assume the other voice was hers, albeit with an artificially altered pitch, others believe the siblings secretly recorded together. Adding to this, at one point during the chorus, it sounds as if one of them says, "Don't believe Michael is dead." Take a listen.
Not too pleased with what you're thinking. I'm just busy living my life. Sources say, but where you getting it? Don't create the truth you like. It might sound strange to you, but what you think it don't mean nothing at all. It doesn't change who I am. It doesn't change who I love. Living my life the way that I hope is leading me to the great forever. We'll choose which one I'll do and which one I'll go. I'm trying to get to the great forever. Choose which one I'll do and which one I'll go. I'm trying to get to the great forever is true. Don't be my hosted. Yeah. Once you know you're here, it becomes crystal clear. To love someone is divine, because hate will only divide. Ooh, bless you. Hey, 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 hey. Na, 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 na. Hey, na, na.
Is it therefore possible that this is Jackson's secret message to his fans? Or is it Janet's homage to her brother's legacy? What do you think? Since Jackson's death, fans have been convinced that they've seen him in different disguises like the ones he used to wear in life. However, the most famous of these is Dave Dave. Dave Dave is a 33-year-old New Yorker born David Rothenberg. When he was 6 years old, his father poured fuel on his face and set him on fire. Sometime after, he and his mum visited Neverland, and David became friends with the singer. This friendship continued until the singer's supposed death, the relationship of which he discussed on CNN's Larry King Live. Strangely though, some viewers noticed, and continue to notice, that Dave Dave could have actually been Jackson in disguise. They've mentioned that his eyes, nose, mannerisms, and in particular, his voice, all bear similarity to the singer's. Take a look.
Joining us now here in Los Angeles, Miko Brando, who was with us almost every night after this untimely passing, longtime Michael Jackson friend attending the funeral, and Dave Dave. Yes, that's his name, Dave Dave. He was David Rothenberg. He was set on fire in 1983, suffered, as you can see, terrible scars. Michael Jackson befriended him and paid for a lot of his surgeries. Dave Dave is also attending the burial.
The visit to his Encino house was very impromptu, and it was kept a secret by my mother. And I had always been kind of a admirer of his, not a fan per se, but I always loved his music. And my mother surprised me one day and brought me up to Neverland. And I entered an arcade, and there were all these Paul McCartney records all over this, The Girl Is Mine, and, you know, this and that. And I remember sitting down, and at the time, my favorite video games, my favorite video game was Pole Position. And I was playing Pole Position, and I felt a little tap on my shoulder, and I turned around, and there was Michael. And you know what, Larry? What? At that moment, we embraced, and that embrace never ended throughout our whole entire friendship.